Ladies and gentlemen of the radio public, tonight, Athletes in Action, the heaviest show you'll ever see, gladly gives up its time for this special Hollywood report.
In the beginning, there was nothing. Mesquite-covered hills sloping down to an arid plain. A few arroyos, dust-dry most of the year, rushing with water after the rare winter storms. Deer and coyotes came to drink. Indians shunned it as unfit to sustain life. The Spaniards came and went. It was a passing through place, a way station between the pueblo of Los Angeles and the mission settlements northward on the El Camino Real. The first house was built of adobe by Don Thomas Urquidez in 1853. Farmers began to arrive in the 1870s, attracted by the temperate climate.
It's got pretty good ground over here.
One of the early settlers was Horace H. Wilcox from Topeka, Kansas. His wife was entranced by the new surroundings, which reminded her of the summer residence of a friend in Chicago. She gave it the same name, Hollywood.
From Hollywood North, it's good hello, afternoon, or morning, dear friends. Now let's take a trip with Zip all the way to Sweden. Please step into Sweden. We have a plane just ready for a trip. 2 tickets, please. 1 for me and 1 for my little dog, Zip. We come to a farm as quick as you please. It's a real place for Zip to play with other dogs and pigs and geese and have oatmeal for breakfast every day.
Oatmeal again for breakfast.
Would you like to live here with your pup? The castle has towers and a moat. If you get home when the bridge is up, you have to use a boat. Stockholm is a great big city. It's no place for dogs to roam, but it really seems a pity to leave little Zip at home.
Now let's leave a little Zip at home and go down to Gustav's Cafe.
If you are a tourist today, you may like to ride a bus. Would you rather play? Come along with us. Here we are, taking the canal trip. Right through the country we sail. The locks make a deep impression on Zip.
Can I have some more locks?
Look at him wagging his tail and eating the locks. Where there is a sea, there are daring and sturdy fishermen, too. Here they come with herring.
That's not a herring, that's my wife.
And Zip is saying, pew. The Dalkulas' home is right below. We land the plane in Indigo. While Zip plays shepherd all day long, we go wandering, singing a song. Further north, if it were winter again, we just put on our skis and pay a visit to the men who are busy felling trees.
Oh, pick me up!
But there is still much more to be done. While summer still is fair, we shall see the land of the midnight sun and greet the people there. This is the land of the Laps, you know.
Come and sit on my lap.
And the new home of the reindeer, too. Much
all
there
wet.
is for you to see, and oh, so much for a Zip to do.
Oh.
Well, we're not going to the North Pole now, for here's the line where Sweden ends. We board the transatlantic plane and bow and wave goodbye to our Swedish friends.
Senor, we are going to Cuba.
Straight home did Zip and his master ply, and now we bid you all. From Hollywood North, good hello, afternoon or morning, dear friends.
Dear
Certainly, it's wonderful to be
That's
here
wonderful,
again.
Brother Rasmussen.
Thank you very
That was
much.
a very good trip you are having.
Gee, there's some swell news today in the Hollywood paper.
Hey, Jumpin' Joe, tell us about it.
There's a wonderful picture here, Phil. I don't know
Oh,
if you see
dang,
that.
yeah, the toothpick
This
factory.
woman here, you see this one here?
Oh, she's surrounded by ruble.
Yeah, this is sitting, there's a Russian woman, and she's sitting in the ruble that's left of her home there. It says, unfortunately,
That must be worth a lot of money,
What, this picture?
those rubles.
Oh, the rubles, yeah.
Yeah.
This is a lot worth of money now to the insurance company.
Yeah.
She says she's sitting beside the ruin of her house in Sylmar. It was knocked down by a bulldozer that went to a wrong address.
Yeah.
By a bulldozer.
Oh, you know, it must be funny living in America. They must have some funny things happen, you know?
Hey, they got a train going from L.A. to Las Vegas called the Fun Train.
They do,
Starting
huh?
on February 4th. The fun train. He says ain't got no train. Everybody just got to run along the tracks. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Is that none of them Charles Throat
Oh, the
enterprises?
hoaxes are just terrible. The Charles Throat hoaxes and this guy, the expert on radiation, arrested as an imposter. They found out he wasn't radioactive at all, and he's a commissioner and the
And he's going to
AEC.
live?
That's right. And
Was that on the radio that took place?
Oh, I don't know if it was on the radio. I read it in the newspaper.
Throat's on the radio, that's who, I believe.
Throat was on television. His voice was on television.
It wasn't
His
Throat.
voice, you mean you had to watch him on the radio?
Well, you watch people talking to him, and you watch the little
Seems
box
pretty astounding.
came out of.
I thought it was him, though.
Did it sound
I
like?
see him all the time, though, you know. Oh, yes, we see him in the reflections, you know, on the glasses and in the windows.
I could see him
So-
smiling.
Smile, yes. See me smile? Yes.
The little men go up here.
Yes.
That's right. Well, we're going to try to contact him tonight.
You can't. You
Yeah.
can't reach him.
Yeah, we know where he is, and we're going to. reach him
Nobody
on the
knows
show.
where he is. I know where he is because I'm Dr. Zombie. And I'm psychic. I'm one of the people that the Russians hired to just walk around Washington, D.C. and look into the secret vaults of my mind. I know secrets that people don't even know about, for example.
So if you're so smart, why didn't you know where all those bombs were this week?
Well, I wasn't working that day.
Oh, I see.
I can't work all the time. It's
No,
bad for my nerves.
It is. It's bad for your mind, too. You lose your mind that way. Is this your mind over here, Mama? Here. There
It looks all right to me.
Yeah, it'll be
It looks like a fine degree of mind.
I knew you were going to do that. That's why I didn't laugh, because I read your mind. And
Oh, you
nothing's
can know.
funny for me anymore now that I can read minds, because I know what everybody's going to say. So I see the joke ahead of time, and I laugh before they say it, and that embarrasses them, and so they get angry, so nobody ever says anything funny to me.
Are you a graduate of the Colorado School of Mind?
No.
You
But I knew
aren't-
you were going to say that.
Oh.
Are you working for the Secret Service?
Isn't that funny? I knew you were going to say that, too.
Yeah,
Well, it's no secret. No, I'm working for the Russians.
you are.
Yeah, I'm working for the Russians. I just walk around buildings and look inside vaults like Superman. And I give them all the secrets, for example, things that they never knew before.
Are you well paid for this?
No, I'd be a traitor if I was paid.
You just do it on spec.
I do it on spec. I'm looking for something bigger. As long as I'm not paid, as long as I'm an amateur, I figure that I won't get busted.
Excuse me,
Yes.
are you the man that invented the method for getting air to the moon when we get up there to live in God's great city, which he's constructing for us even now?
I'm not him, but I know him.
You'd probably know what I'm going to say.
Yes, I know. Go ahead and say it, because you could say it better than I can. I don't have much of a memory. I'm only psychic. I know what you're going to say, but then I forget.
I see, yes.
That's
all right.
probably protective, you know.
You're the man that invented the long garden hose to the moon to get the air up there. Well, now look, you can tell me that. Let me ask you this: is a great city being constructed at this moment, which is called God's dwelling place in heaven?
Well, there is such a place being built now, but the problem is that they started building it at the wrong address. They bulldozed down this lady's house, and she came out and said, "What are they doing?" And this guy said, "I'm building God's kingdom," and she said, "You've got the wrong address."
This is terrible.
Yeah,
Charles Throat is no doubt responsible for this.
he owns all the bulldozers.
Yes, he does, doesn't he? And all the bulls, too.
Ever since bulldozer liberation, there have been a lot of those gay bulldozers around. I've noticed.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Hey,
they-
Blades.
Those are the
Very
homosexual lawnmowers that are voting now, you
Yeah,
know.
right.
Oh,
Blades
my.
and bulldozers, too.
Yeah, right. They got the vote. The flies and the lawnmowers have the vote. And Throat owns them all. He owns all the planes that carry all the bulldozers. And he owns all the radio stations.
He's got
Except this one.
closets filled with film, I understand, too. Negatives and positives.
He's got both.
Yeah, uplifting movies and real downers, real bummers from the 30s.
He owned-
Black and white stuff.
I wanted to ask you,
rich
Zombie.
Mr. Zombie.
Dr.
Dr.
Zombie.
Zombie.
people.
I wanted to ask you if at any time you could reveal to us what are the most the most fun secrets you've ever psychically
What
worked
was
out.
your most amusing
Yeah.
secret?
I knew you were going to ask that.
Thought you might.
Yeah, I knew that. Well,
Can you remember what I said?
no.
Oh,
That's good.
well,
Yes,
I don't
we
know.
can.
Let's see.
Write it
Oh,
down.
I hear you. Yes, you want to know what you're going to ask me?
What's your
Very good.
what's your
That's-
pet peeve or You know, your favorite secret.
Well,
Say something, Needlehead.
Well, now for heaven, for his
Well, he's
sake.
just sitting there.
Well,
He keeps. I think
why
he's
don't you
shaking.
why don't you let the man? You want to come up into the
I'd like
dock?
to let the man know. I'm going to stay here where it's safe in the dark.
You don't want to play, do you?
Ever
Well,
since we invited the
I'll play by
audience
my
into the show.
rules.
Is your name Charles
Leg.
Throat?
Never mind.
He's not Charles Throat. Charles
I
Throat
asked a
isn't
question
as
to
rude as
Needlehead
that.
over there, the great mystic.
Okay, wait a minute. Now, Mr. Mr.
Doc says
Zombie.
Zombie.
Mr. Zombie, what you,
I'm not offended because I knew he was going to say it.
yes.
Well, my favorite secret was one day I went by the Pentagon. I was performing that night in the Marriott Hotel, which, as you know, is directly across from the Pentagon.
Were you
Next
doing
to the Bolshoi.
the Bolshoi Motel?
That's the Bull Show Motel, which
I
the
see.
Mexican embassy has moved in next to the president's own.
They got magic fingers for tenderizing your beef. Throw your steak on the bed and put in a quarter. Best steak you ever ate. My uncle owns the place. He used to write Ripley's Believe It or Not. You believe me?
Yeah.
You're a fool.
No, I knew you were going to say that.
Whoa! Get on with it.
Well, this
You
is
know my
embarrassing.
favorite. It doesn't embarrass me. I protect myself by this psychic, invisible psychic. I was going to say shyster shield, but I don't use that anymore. I'm out of law school. My favorite secret was in the Pentagon. They have all the scores of all the ball games that haven't been played yet.
Well, my gosh.
That's
Well,
very
now
nice.
this is
Very
really
interesting piece
something.
of
That's good for
information there.
passwords and things like that. You know, who won the series in 1982?
That's exactly right.
The Moon Astros.
Is that right?
Sergeant?
Is that right?
Well,
No, that wasn't right.
the Moon Astros won in '81, and in '82 it was the Yokohama Bombs.
Oh.
Yeah, which is that group of mutant robots that were playing in Japan.
They used to